Let me show you the most common errors when you use variables with a compiler. Here we have a simple program that do a declaration here of a variable and then a definition, and then we use it here. If we compile and run, we have in the terminal, I have $40 in my account. Good. Let's try to forget the type definition here, int. So I only have the name of the variable for the declaration, which is quite an error. If I compile, well, I get multiple messages here. Let me copy paste to understand what's happening. First one is error, use of undeclared identifier balance. And this is line number 3. Indeed, line number 3, there is only the name of the variable. So the compiler thinks that we want to use a variable that exists that was already declared, but it's not declared because we didn't define the type, which means that we forgot to put int to declare the type of the variable. All right, so that's the first error. If I compile now, it should be okay. Yeah, runs okay. Second one I want to show you is I forget the definition. So I just get rid of this line and I have only the declaration and then we use the variable. If I compile, then I have also messages here. Let me copy paste to show you what's happening. Going back to edit mode. So here it's a warning. Warning variable balance is uninitialized when used here. So you can see here that when we use the variable, well, we use it, but we didn't put any value in it. So what's happening here is that by default, it will put a 0 because we didn't put any value. But this is absolutely not true with standard compilers of C. A professional C compiler, they won't put any value at all. So you would have a random value. So you have to be very, very careful if you have this warning and if you use variables that are not defined or you forget to put a value, then in the Codecast and in some compilers, sometimes you will have a 0 by default. This is absolutely not true with all the compilers, professional compilers. You will have random values. So it's very important to see this warning and to correct them when you have them. So here, when you use a variable that is uninitialized, well, you should initialize it, meaning that you should put a value, meaning that you should define a value for the first time, initialization. All right, so now if I compile and run, it works okay. Something else. If you use lowercase and uppercase and you mix them, for example here, let's put a B uppercase. Compile, and here we have multiple messages. Let me copy paste them. The first error is use of undeclared identifier balance. And look at here, what's written. Did you mean balance with a B uppercase? So it's pretty smart here because it knows that you have a declaration of a variable with a B uppercase. All right. The other one, we won't go into the details. So here we can see directly that we have to use a lowercase b. I guess if we do the same with definition, if I compile, well, I have the same kind of messages. Use of undeclared identifier balance. Did you mean balance with a B lowercase? So this is quite explicit and will be very easy to figure out. Also, something else. If I declare 1 with a B lowercase and declaration 2, and another one with a B uppercase, then I define the first one and I define the second one, and then I use the first and the second one,